Morning! Yay! Hello! We are in Animal Kingdom today. So the queues are busy, so we're going to get going and get walking in. Because we rocked park has already been open for 30 minutes, we're a little bit late.
But that's okay.
We've checked
We found it doesn't really make too much of a difference if you're here half hour.
Well,
an hour after the park closes.
Opening. We're aiming for opening every morning, but if we can't do it, then rather get the extra 30 minutes in bed some days.
And it's not like the park's already open for a couple of hours. They're open for like 12 hours.
We've just checked the wait times, and Flight of Passage is already absolutely huge at nearly 2 hours. So I think we're going to head straight over to Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
If you check the app, I checked it a minute ago and it was 5 minutes. So I think we're going to go straight to there. And then the big surprise that I mentioned last week is last night after we did this shop, we got all showered and got ready for bed. So it was my birthday last week, and Jade left me a little card on the bed saying that we are doing the
Wild Africa Trek.
Wild Africa Trek. So it's a private safari tour. I'm absolutely buzzing. I had no idea what it was. I'd never heard of it before. So I was reading the card and I was like, I'm thinking that Jay's expecting me to get all excited, and I'm like, what is it? What are we doing? I'm so confused. But yeah, Jay showed me some stuff. It's like a 3-hour private tour.
Yeah.
You're in a little group of people. You get harnesses on. You get to walk over the safari. You get to feed hippos. And
No, you don't feed them.
yeah, you throw food in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, not actually. No, you don't hand feed them. Take your arm off. Yeah, you get to like throw the food in, and the taxi driver we just had said that apparently one of the hippos has recently had a baby, so we might actually see the little baby. Who knows? But yeah, so the only thing is, is that so where you have to wear this harness, you're very restricted on what you can take with you. You can't have any loose items either. It has to be on you like a watch or magic band. And you can't take phones and cameras in unless they can be attached to the harness as well. So we've got one little wrist strap that's attached to my camera.
Yeah, and I've got one of those phone cases that's got like a lanyard on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and shorten that up as much as possible and see if they'll allow that one.
So we're just going to see what they've got. If we can film a little bit of it, we can. If not, then
we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll just go through all of it afterwards. We'll try and do a little bit of filming before we go in as well with like all of our stuff. But yeah, we'll see with that when we get there, because I said to you, I more want to take because you get a photographer with you for the entire tour, which is cool for getting pictures of us, but where I do a little bit of like photography and I have my own camera and stuff, it would be nice if I could take some pictures of the animals.
But obviously we paid, well I paid, for the tour, and part of the tour is that anything from like photographs is photographs, you just take photographs. And they will do it for you as part of the package.
Exactly. So, yeah, right, we're walking in. I'm going to film the magic band. Morning. Hey.
You can step over here in the shade.
Thank you very much. Woo, it lights up. Way. Did it today.
Right, Kilimanjaro.
Right. Okay, so right, Jade is running over to get a map just over there. I'm going to wait here for 2 seconds for her. And yeah, we're heading. Do you want to check the wait times? I think it's quickest to go around that way to Kilimanjaro because it's over in that direction. We haven't been here for ages. No. Animal Kingdom, mental. We were saying on the way here, we've done all this before the last time we were here. So there's only a handful of new things for us. So Galaxy's Edge was brand new. Guardians is going to be new, and then Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway was new, and I think there's a couple other new bits as well as over in Universal. But Tom and Beth haven't been here since they were like kids.
Sorry, we did Everest.
Mount Everest, yeah, Expedition Everest.
Not Kilimanjaro because that's
Wait, what?
safari.
Oh, same thing. It's all the same. Yeah, Expedition Everest is what we're going to go to.
Sorry, that'd be in Africa.
Sorry, I'm losing my mind.
Go in Asia.
It's too early. Yeah, so where they haven't done it before, they've not seen Pandora, Galaxy's Edge. There's so much stuff that they haven't seen yet, so it's going to be really cool seeing them like.
I don't think they would have seen like the updates to Magic Kingdom where the Dumbo like hair and things is, because that used to be mini houses. So they probably haven't seen that.
Do you want to just double check the wait time? Gorgeous. Make sure we're still on track for an easy peasy get on. Because I feel like some other people might rush there because it was only 5 minutes. Gimbal. Tree of life. It's so cool, that is. So impressive. I love seeing all that. 5 minutes. What? Yeah, let's try and get a few of them done. I love.
Badges.
Wait, what? No way. What is happening? The wilderness must be explored.
Must be explored.
I have no idea what this is.
You get to earn badges.
Should we do this with Tom and Beth?
Okay.
We can. Well, is it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So it looks like there's like some sort of activity that you can do where you earn like badges, like stickers. But I just said to Jade, if we wait till next week, we can do it with the other two. I know. I keep saying it. Jade's like, oh, let's do this. I'm like, let's wait for the other two. And the only reason why I've said it for quite a lot of stuff. No, it's not. All the rides and shows and stuff, there's none of them that we're like, right, we'll wait to do that. But things like that they might want to do as well, instead of just doing it twice over and wasting time, we could get stuff done today that we'd rather just sort of do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the moment it's 5 minutes for Expedition Everest and 5 minutes for Rapids?
No, 5 minutes for Rapids, 10 minutes for Everest.
Cool, so we'll go do Everest before that gets any busier, because that might be about 20 minutes by the time we get there, and then we'll go do the Rapids afterwards and get soaked.
It's okay, I put bikini on.
It's Kevin! No way.
Kevin, which way would you like to go?
Ah!
Something over there?
The wilderness must be explored. Awesome. You don't have to be in the shot at all. Gosh. Okay, I said to Jade she needs to try and stay on my left hand side because that's where the camera is. We saw Kevin. He screamed at me and I screamed back. Bah! I don't know where we're going.
Up here.
We've got Asia. I might see what snacks they've got in Asia. Do you reckon they got the buns, steamed buns?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, because I don't think
Bao
our
bun.
lunch is until the end of the Wild Africa trek.
Yeah.
So we've got a good, like 5 hours.
we have to go over bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The whole thing just looks so cool. Ooh, sausage, egg and cheese biscuit. Drink voila. There's so much stuff. I love this part. I think for theming, this might be my favourite.
Magic Kingdom and this one are my 2 favourite parts. For theming, for like lots of things you can do.
I honestly,
And they give completely different experiences,
Yeah.
obviously, because one, like, you can just see the animals. And
I think
it's
Magic
nice
Kingdom's
food.
my favourite for shows, but it's my
Yes.
least favourite park, and that's not for the rides. I don't know. It's a tough one. I find these ones more interesting. Like Magic Kingdom has that magic, like
Yes.
because you're like,
This is
oh, the
definitely
cat. It's
more
got the
like-
grandeur and everything. But I feel more like I'm having a day out when I'm in one of these ones or something. I really wish I brought my sunglasses. Basically, the big problem that I have is I have a massive head, and when I say, oh, I do now. Hello.
Oh, look, there's
A what?
thing here,
What?
so maybe we can come here, because everyone's stopping at the first one. So
I don't
maybe
know.
when we come, we'll come here.
Wildlife Field Station.
Yeah.
Is this where you do the? Yeah, we saw it on the way in, but.
You can get a book here if you'd like.
Oh yes, please.
All right. So this is our education program. We have badges all around the parks.
Amazing.
I'll show you. In the front of the book, we have the map where they are located. There's 24 badges.
Okay.
So we're open till 6. Rafiki's Planet Watch, the last train over there from Africa, is at 4:30.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we are on page 25 and 26. We're talking about animal calls. And I want to play you a sound. So what animal do you think that is?
Gibbon.
A what?
A gibbon?
Gibbon?
Or like some sort of
Yes,
monkey?
very much. It is. It's in the gibbon family. It is an ape because monkeys have tails, apes do not. And it's a Siamang, which is from the gibbon
okay.
family. Yeah. So this one's from Asia, and the sound that they make, they use a throat sac to make themselves be heard for like 2 miles. So now what's really cool about these animals is the male and the female will have their own duet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the male will have one part and the female will have another, which helps them to know who's calling who.
Oh, okay.
They also teach it to their children, and then their children will take a little bit of it and then make their own call with their mate, and so on. So people have done like family trees
Yeah.
based on the calls, which
That's
yeah, I know,
crazy.
it's
No
kinda
way.
sound like they kind of sound all the same, but you really have to,
Yeah.
do a lot of that good research. So we do have a Siamang. I don't know if she's out right now. So you might hear her today. She's awfully loud. And then we have the white-cheeked gibbons over on the other side. So they make those sounds too. Excellent. So now, how can we help our Siamang and gibbons and gorillas out in the wild that live and travel through the trees in our forests? What do you think we could do? Because some of them are being cut down now.
Grow more, plant more maybe.
We could
Make
plant
big
more.
conservation.
Yes. So, the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah.
Find different ways to recycle
Yes.
things. But other things like if you're a coffee drinker, which, are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah.
You are. So, shade-grown coffee.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
instead of cutting down all the trees to grow the coffee beans, they grow it in the shade.
Oh,
and now
cool.
there's teas and coffee. And bamboo products,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Bamboo grows about 2 feet, 24 hours into grass.
You love your bamboo
Basil.
straws,
I do.
don't
I
you?
love
Yeah.
a bamboo straw.
Yeah. So
So much better.
those kinds of things that you're doing already are a great way to help us. All right.
Yeah,
Excellent.
fantastic.
So now let me keep you.
We get books.
Our uniform badges.
Whoa.
So you can. They don't really stick very well to
That's
clothing.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll put them on something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'll try and get like a
That, or
little
you
badge
can
or
do that.
something. Yeah.
You can even get a button, an
Yeah.
I'm celebrating button. You can
Yeah.
put it on that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you are all set.
Thank
You're
you so
officially
much.
Wilderness Explorers. Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rest
very
Thank you,
of your
Marianne.
time.
Amazing.
Bye.
Thank you.
This feeds my
Whoa.
soul.
Amazing.
I love things like this.
We have to collect them all. Oh, Jay,
The
no.
wilderness must be explored.
Gets it, drops it immediately.
Do you want me to take them both?
Yes, if that's okay. Actually, you can put them both in my bag if you want. There's enough room.
That's what I was going to do for my bag.
Okay. Awesome. Yay.
I might
So
do
there you
Beth-
go. So if you
Shall
want
we
to.
get Beth to make us
Oh, yeah, that's a
to
great
make us
idea.
patches once we've all done it together?
Yeah, we
Beth,
can all have
this
one.
is for you.
We need them. Yeah, so there you go. Just a little top tip. If you wanted to take part in
It
doing
doesn't really
that,
matter where you go.
No.
Everyone's stopping at that first one.
Yeah.
But it looks like
So
it doesn't matter where.
we
They'll
don't know
just
where the
explain.
other stops are, but
They're
if
on a
you
map.
go to
There's a map.
they're on the map. But the one that we just went to is just down the road from Expedition Everest, which
By Yakin
is
Yakin. It's by Yakin Yakin.
right there. There. There's a tree in the way there.
Oh, wilderness must
Um,
be explored.
Also, one thing that I spotted that I said to Jade that I really want to do while we're here is on the app. There's a thing where if you want to say thanks to a cast member, you can put their name and where you saw them and what they did on this little form on the app. So people like Marianne there was very friendly, very informative, very nice and helpful to us.
You know what? I think it's really nice
And
that
just made our day like a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think this is probably something that's made for younger visitors.
Yeah.
But actually, anyone that goes up there is made to feel like you're welcome to join in.
Any ages, yeah, exactly.
And one of the great things about Animal Kingdom is that it is all about conservation, about looking after the planet and the animals.
Yeah.
And it is about, as Marianne said, it is an educational tool
Yeah.
on what we can do. So actually, this is a really nice little extra thing that you can do that's actually teaching everybody
Awesome.
small things, but makes you kind of go round and explore properly what the park is about, I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, very cool. But on one last little note, also when we were like, I think Jay said yesterday, like in the Frozen celebration, like you see some of like the older audience like not singing along and stuff. It's just fine. You're on holiday. You do what you want. But in my opinion, if I've spent the money I've spent to come to Disney, I'm enjoying every second of it. I'm getting involved as much as possible. So this, sign me up. I've downloaded the Disney Play app as well, and I'm collecting all the Hoojamawobbit thingamajigs. Standby entrance. 15 minutes. Yeah, in 2 seconds. Right, we're just walking on the ride now, so we'll catch you in a minute.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, right by Kali River Rapids, you can rent a locker for $0 for 2 hours, and then after that it's $10. What a bargain! Bloody hell! Oh look, another one! Right here! You want the coffee? Yeah, you can't have any more. I'm sorry, Chip. I'm sorry. How are you? Hello, Mr. Jack. How are you? Wonderful. Hello, everyone. Hi, Donald.
Who knows?
You look fabulous today, Daisy.
When is she not?
It's Conquest Free
An amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. How? That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world where you will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth.
There we go. Okay. So, I think the last thing we were doing was we went
it was just before we went
Expedition
on
Everest.
Everest, yeah.
So after that, the Kali River Rapids, is that what it? Yeah.
It was like a walk-on.
It was literally, it said 5 minutes, but we just walked straight through the queue and jumped on the next one. And then we went and got coffee.
And then we went over to
Dino Land.
Yeah.
We saw some characters, so it's just a few bits of like in between of everything that happened essentially, or it was before this.
Oh,
I don't know. It will be in
there.
there.
We also saw like the history of the pins. So they've got this big
That was really
in
cool.
Dino Land where they can show you different pins that are no longer on sale from here in Walt Disney World and California. But the cast members said that they sometimes do get things from international parks, so like Tokyo and Paris.
One of the ones that we saw in there looked like one of the pirate ones, like a pirate Mickey that we'd seen in Paris before.
If only we'd picked those up.
So we've literally just gone and signed our lives away for the Wild Africa Trek. This is there. So we've checked in. We've just got to wait here basically, and then we're gonna get fitted for our harnesses, get our bottles, our name tags, lock up our stuff. They said we can take phones. So we're going to
probably take those in.
We'll film a little bit. Probably not so much the first bit. We'll take a few photos. There's loads of photos they're going to take of us anyway, so we'll put some of them in. We'll film where we can or where we feel like we want to. We just really want to enjoy the experience.
It was really handy because the customer we were speaking to, Logan, he kind of had to go through a lot of things and for the insurance purposes, but he also did say to us just to make sure that we have to go to the toilet because it is 2 hours without being able to get anywhere. So it is 2 hours before I guess you get to go for lunch and things.
Yeah,
so
because
that's
the full
something-
thing's 3 hours.
Yeah, so it's something to be mindful of. But yeah, that was it. It was really straightforward, and it's a little hut literally next to where the Safari and Wild Africa Trek is. And it took us no more than 5 minutes to check in.
No,
So the next
it
one was
doesn't.
just with the harnesses and get everything fitted up.
We get a water bottle. They said we can't bring it. They said you can't bring your own water bottles, but we give you one. And yeah, the only way you can get the water bottle is by doing it. So, but yeah.
Oh, and it was, and they asked you what name you want on your badge. Which
Yeah.
is very nice. So if you did want a nickname, or if you have a longer name that you like to be shortened, then that's something that you can do.
We got soaked on the rapids.
we did.
Yeah, we got
I'm still soaking right now.
Jade was drenched down all one
Just one
side.
side, it looked like a khaki drumstick. I was dry on one side, soaked on the other.
The my camera backpack luckily came with like a shower cap basically, so it doesn't cover the back. So I literally just held it against my chest for the whole ride.
But one thing to be just be mindful of, and near Carly River Rapids, there is lockers. It's free for 2 hours. So if you are thinking of going to do that ride and you just want to go and explore for 2 hours, as long as you are back within 2 hours, there's no cost. Anything
You
after
took a little video of that, didn't you?
I did, yeah. After the 2 hours, it is $10 per hour, I think it said. But 2 hours is pretty good because, I mean, for the two of us, one of us could take it and then have 2 hours and then we could swap it over.
Yeah,
if we
exactly.
wanted to.
The
And
lockers
then
were a
we
good
can
size as well.
Yeah, they were. It definitely fit both of our backpacks in.
Yeah, for sure. We don't know how many people. I think you said it was up to 12 people
It
do
is,
the tour.
Yes, it is up to 12 people
So,
as a max.
and you've
Plus-
seen 6, including us so far.
Yeah.
So
So it's up to maximum 12 plus 2 tour guides, and they will be the ones taking us through the whole thing and taking pictures.
Apparently, we get a little earpiece bit so we can listen to like the tour guide while we're walking around. It's gonna be so cool. So excited. I'm not sure yet if I can take my camera. I'm gonna talk to them when we go in there. But if not the end of the world. We're thinking of doing the safari tour, normal one later anyway, so
yeah,
we can
like
get
it does,
pictures and
because
stuff.
there will be some animals that we are less likely to see moving about, like the lions.
Yeah.
Just because it is warm in the middle of the day. So although we'll see them, we might not see them very actively. But that would be normal for a wild African trip or the safari. The best time people usually do the safari is really early morning or really evening. But when I looked at the menu for this, I did think Sean would use the breakfast stuff, so we're doing the lunchtime one.
I'm not a big fruit fan. You said there's a few fruits and
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's like oats and compote.
I like veg.
Yeah.
Vegetables is my cup of tea, but
Whereas
I just don't like fruit.
Yeah, I think lunch is meant to be like a curry style. Like
Yeah, there's a curry
style,
salad on there.
Salad, yeah.
And there was some other stuff like some meat and veg dishes and some other little bits and bobs. But we'll show you all the food stuff.
As long as we can take our photos in, as long as they're
Yeah,
strapped up to us.
that's it. It has to be strapped up. So unless for whatever reason we can't strap them up, as long as we can take our phones or a camera in, we will show you some stuff. If not, we will talk about it afterwards. So hopefully we'll see you during the tour for a little bit. But we'll show you all of our stuff before we lock everything away if we can't take it with us, and like our little rig and the water bottle and stuff like that.
And I also just realised I matched all of the cast members over here in my full car.
Yeah, you have.
Great. I hope people don't really think I'm one of them.
Well, you'll have your name badge soon as well for the tour. Yeah, so hopefully we will be able to do a little bit on the tour, but who knows? We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Go. Hey, hello.
Whoa, get up. Look at us. Look. Woo.
So we got our own little name tag.
Name tags, water bottles. So.
And I've got the thing that I've always wanted. Something on my glasses.
And then, oh yeah, the granny
I've
glasses.
always wanted them.
Honestly.
Yeah, and then we've got earpieces. as
What
well.
ear did you go for?
The left.
Left. I went for the left. We're going to have to do that to talk to each other.
Huh?
Hello. So we should be. So magic bands were a no because they can pop off easy. Apple Watches were a yes. I couldn't bring my phone. They've got things to strap to your phone if you have a case on it, but I didn't have a case on mine. As Jade came.
I bought like a
her own.
long lanyard, thinking that would be okay. They said it was fine, but so that I don't have to wear things around my neck, they still put a little like carabiner on it so that it could then go straight into a pocket.
Yeah.
But it's still long enough that I could put it around my neck if I want to.
Yeah.
So-
And then Jay, I think in the last Paris video I showed you the Polaroid camera that I got Jade. It came with a wrist strap. I don't have a strap for this with me, because normally I have the little quick release for my thing, whereas obviously that won't work for this. So we just tied that to that, they've attached it to this, and I'm just going to carry it around like that. And they've said the things that come off of it, so like this, will need to go in the pocket before we get to the animals. Because otherwise if I'm messing about with it when we're close to them and stuff, there's a chance I could drop it. And you can, because I didn't bother bringing spare SD cards because there's 2 in this one already, but you can bring a spare battery and put it in there. You're just not allowed to get it out again in the animal bit. So realistically 1 battery will be fine for like the first part, and then we get to the safari you can swap over if you need to, but it's always good to have a spare. But yeah, I've had to leave my phone behind, but we've got that one so we can do a little bit of it again. Sorry.
Male hippos living together and getting along well. They are related. Usual. Males are normally a lot more aggressive, territorial around one another than these guys.
This is crazy. Ooh. I'm not a big fan of bridges, guys, so this is a lot for me. No, I'm joking. I'm being brave. Oh my gosh. Look at the crocs. I wanted to go swimming with them, but everybody said no, that wasn't allowed. So I haven't. Oh, the hippos. Look at them. Oh my god. It's just a lot of heavy breathing from me. I'm a nervous Nelly with things like this. And there is our Megan. Oh my goodness, I'm almost there. Wow.
Sometimes others don't want to try it out. Actually, selfies are number 1. I think they have 15 to 18. So, now what's really cool about crocodiles in general is that you are going to only get selfies in the ventilation. One today is we are doing great. Sometimes they come out here. And we'll be out here for an hour or 2 and you'll feel anything. Did he come out of the water?
We're still working with
Their hippos are so chunky that they can't actually support their weight in swimming, so what they'll do is they'll sink to the water floor. They'll either walk or float across it. Now, for this very reason that
those 4 girls together, and then Nacho and mom and baby hanging out in the farm. Everybody else together. So yeah, that group's kind of a little bit of back and forth. Right now you can see those 4 girls hanging out there in the center.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. For Chris, we're making our way on actually right. We also don't want to voice and also we're going to roll those snacks. If you guys want to cheer right, follow Or the animal? Yeah. That is a wildebeest. Oh, it is wildebeest? Yes. We also have on some painted dogs hanging out under that tree. Anything about the circle of life we don't like to see. What was that? So they look really cute. Like they have the big ears and they're so cute, but they're actually, I would not recommend it. Our trees that we kept from before the park. It's kind of relocated onto this nursery. Some of the other animals we passed over, those big antelopes that were kind of back up on the hill were elands. Wildebeest here, we saw some of them earlier, but the grizzlies we got some dolphins. And the barcode bugs, I should say some spots and some stripes. Aww. Oh, what matter? Your head kept right in. Alright, I'm gonna have you guys some white stripes. They're white with black stripes.
In your own time. Oh.
He's blocking the whole road, particularly. especially around like those shifting times. Here, I'll get out of your way here. Around those shifting times when the animal keepers are calling them in, because then they can kind of anticipate like. Try to know where the source of it is. But it's real good. Now, when you are all done, we're going to ask you guys load your tin back up, kind of the way you found it, with one exception. That spoon down. You ruined it. Don't put that straight in. So when you're good.
Yeah, all good to go.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. So on the top, you have consumed your Dendrobium orchid. As you are aware, it is an edible flower. Many orchids can make you sick or have worse effects, so don't eat most orchids. But you're going to find that bamboo spoon. Bamboo is a renewable resource, which is really cool. So if you guys have not tried bamboo stuff before, I personally like a good old bamboo toothbrush. But it's really cool. It's really neat to have as kind of an alternative to wood and other items. On top, you're going to have some prosciutto. It's got some mozzarella, a house-made roasted red pepper hummus. That's really good. You got some pita dip in there. And then you're also going to have an olive mix and dill pickle salad with different veggies, like it's got onions and peppers all in there as well. The little wrap package you're going to find is a house-made granola bar, but we like to lovingly call it a granola cookie. What's really cool about that is our chef wants you guys to have something to take away, and that can take away with you.
Amazing.
It usually doesn't make it far, but you can take it. On the bottom, you're going to find a little bit more. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Who's waiting for the dramatic reveal? I know, right? That is the little wraps there are rotisserie chicken wraps. They have harissa aioli, avocado, watermelon, radish on there. Really, really good. You're gonna have some tandoori shrimp there, which has got some spices on it. I say spices, not spicy, so it's not like a heat thing. It's just a flavor thing. Under that, you're gonna find a kochumbari salad, which is a tomato cucumber salad, and then next to it is gonna be a seasonal fruit mix. It looks like some melons and pineapple and a honey mint and ginger glaze. That glaze is really good. Like to sell at the bottom, so give it a stir back around.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Real big and wide, kind of like a good old pancake, and we're going to try to get as much of the skin to the surface as possible. That is super important. So it's going to help warm up. They also might open their mouth to get that surface there to help them warm up. All right. So what are we can do this side is that when they are moving, they're going to do okay. So they're going to do the edge here, and then turn your body down. Got it. And then turn it. So like that. So they're going to do that. They're going to defend their territory, impress a lady, or catch her. Does anybody know how crocodiles catch a lady?
Yeah, like that. And then sort of
Do they run after it?
just so you're
No. They wait.
They do, yeah.
Jade being vain, getting all her pictures done. Look, private photo shoot. Awful baby, but honestly.
But my mom tells the story, so in kindergarten they
What are you doing?
For that one, I'm not sure. Sure I did. Rats are actually going through what scientists call it as well as apartment now species is hurting. Their numbers are going down, but we're not really aware of it. And that's for a lot of different reasons. One is that they actually are poached, believe it or not, and not so much for like meat, but they're actually poached for their tail hair. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Their tail hair is really wiry. When we get up to the boma too, I'll try to remember, I'll show you that behind you. It's actually used a lot of times in like jewelry, and things that would be sold to tourists traveling to the area. So anytime too you go on a vacation, really anywhere, it's always good if you buy souvenirs to kind of, try to know where the source of it is. Hello.
What have you got?
I got a Yeti Sundae.
Oh, what is it?
A chocolate thing that looks like a Yeti. I think it's chocolate. Yeah, chocolate thing that looks like a Yeti. Chocolate soft serve, vanilla soft serve, and blue cookie crumbs.
Oh, yum.
Do you want to try some?
Yeah.
Or more for me? Huh?
Maybe I'll have a little bit.
Do you want a little bit of the white, the vanilla?
I'll just have like a little bit of whatever.
While we talk.
Hello.
Hey.
Who's us?
Ooh,
What? Yeah, weird.
it's making my tongue blue.
All the colouring, food colouring.
Love it.
So we are pooped. That Africa wild trek was amazing.
So good.
But
So good.
I feel like we literally trekked all day, and it was only a 3-hour experience, and half an hour of that was sitting down in a safari jeep and eating.
A lot of it was like in the sun, walking around, climbing, like on a traily sort of thing.
Like it came with a lot of warnings of, you know, the whole time you'll be walking. It's a hard trek. It's not quite easy because it's a pathway. It's literally walking through the savannah safari place. So there's like just debris and natural rocks and wood everywhere. So it was obviously, you know, it was difficult because it wasn't flat land.
Personally, I would say it wasn't like it wasn't crazy strenuous. It wasn't even like it was like just a medium tough walk.
But because you're in it for so long in the heat,
especially after, because we've not really slept much since that flight still, so it's just sort of all just come crashing down.
We are,
We've ridden Expedition Everest twice, though. We've just got off of
We
that.
have. It's been basically a walk on both times. So we arrived here at 9:30, got near enough straight on it, didn't we?
Yep.
And then went to Kali River Rapids, or was it Rapid River? I don't know. Whatever it was, that was a walk on.
Both times we went on it, it said it was 20 minutes, and we've literally, it's been less than 5. So it's just not been busy all day. I've not seen it on the app go over half an hour.
No.
And considering how good a ride it is, it's like, for exhilarating rides are normally like the busier ones, but that has not been busy at all
No,
all
it's
day.
weird because the park is busy. The park's at full capacity again. They just
Park
must all
is
be.
mega.
They just must all be over at Pandora,
There's a lot of
Africa, and
shows
Dino
here
Land.
as well.
But yeah, so we're pooped. But we've been and watched the Lion King, Festival of the Lion King, straight after the Wild Africa trek, just for a sit down. And then
more?
no, thank you. And then we went to Everest again because it was a walk on. And then George just got himself a soft serve because it is humid. If you've not been here before, or you've only been here a couple of times, Animal Kingdom is by far the most humid of the parks because there is so much. There's so many plants and it's like the ecosystem here. It is naturally a lot warmer. So much ice cream, but also it's just, I think because there's so much more to do that's outside, there isn't as much inside. You are in the sun for longer.
And where the trail that we did, where you're walking through the safari and it's a lot of trees and stuff, it's a lot hotter in there.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's like condensed heat almost in a way.
And we had to, and because of our vest had like a water bottle full of water. It had your camera, our phones, the full harness so that they could clip you up to go across the bridges, and so that you could get closer to the hippos and the crocodiles without falling in and being eaten. So you were carrying a lot of weight on your body, so you're already warm, and then you're getting like your core is getting even warmer as you're walking through.
We'd love to do a big shout out to Meg and Megan, who are our tour guides for it. They were absolutely phenomenal. They they answered all of our questions. They were really interactive with us, like they were having a laugh with us.
Exactly. And it was jokey, wasn't it? It wasn't like they were just there to do their job.
They were taking the right mick out of me because they gave us all the instructions of what to do and what not to do, and I messed up twice.
Yes, he did. He was so naughty, honestly.
You kicked off.
But
Jade, when we got to the food bit, we were like walking around the little
the Boma.
Yeah, that.
The Boma,
We
which
went
is
for the food.
like a little hut place. For
And they had like an outdoor electric socket and it had a cover on it, and Jade was just being clumsy and kicked it off. We got these cute little name tags, and then we also got.
You get to keep anything that you're given. The only thing, to be fair, the only thing you don't keep is your vest and anything that's connected to your phone. But I got to keep. This is like a lifelong dream. String for my glasses.
Jade was so happy when they gave them to
They were
her.
like,
It was unreal.
You can keep this, and I was like, I can. Yes. Now I don't have to keep putting like my sunglasses away.
Yeah. But I would recommend that to anyone. It was so good.
Because although they are obviously there to do a job, this is their job. The knowledge they have about every single animal, like they could point it out, like, oh, that one's, and they know which animal was which, and it was just amazing that they could tell you individual stories about the animals, and you could tell they really love what they are doing here and the conservation aspect of Animal Kingdom.
They
and
made the
education as
whole
well.
experience so much better. They were brilliant.
Yeah, 100%, because it didn't feel anywhere near 3 hours long.
Oh no, it flew by because
Yeah.
you were so involved and having such a
Yeah.
good time with it. They just,
And it was just interactive the whole time. So we got to put a little earpiece in, which was really great because it meant that it didn't really matter how far away you were from whoever was leading us at the time. You could hear everything, you could kind of look around yourself while still listening to what was being explained to you about the animals. And then when we got to the Jeep to be able to look, go on our own safari, we were allowed to take it off. And then they stopped by the giraffes, didn't they? And they took some photos of us with the giraffes in the background. The giraffes were being quite cheeky today. They were stopping a lot of the traffic.
they were.
A lot of the safari Jeeps were having to stop and wait for them because they spook so easily. But they decided they were just going to take over the road today, and they were just stopping in the middle of the roads. So everyone kind of had to wait until they'd moved on. But they got so close to us. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was just unreal. The whole experience was fantastic. The whole, because obviously the set was sort of like introduction, get all your stuff on, like we said, and then the walking tour part, then your private tour on around the safari, the lunch, and the lunch was amazing. So fresh, so full of. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage.
We got cut off. We were talking about the food. Yeah, so the food is prepared by Tusker House and Tiffin's. So we're going to eat at Tiffin's either next week or the week after, we can't remember. But you'll see a video because I think Sean will be able to add it in as to what we had. But everybody had their own individual little meal, and it was filling. Like, it was so full, and I think I was saying to Sean, it's because it was so fresh. It wasn't just a burger and fries, it was freshly made everything. So an edible flour, homemade.
The flour was
hummus.
so weird. It tasted nice though. That was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
It didn't taste planty, did it?
No.
Planty. Didn't taste planty. Didn't
My
taste like
two
grass.
favourite things from there was hands down the number one spot is that wrap. That
Really?
that chicken wrap was just amazing. It wasn't dry, and the thing is like a lot of the time, like if a wrap is pre-prepared, the wrap is soggy, but it was like in between because you don't want it too dry. So it was like a nice bit of like in between of, I don't know. It was just perfect. But then the creamy sort of sauce that the chicken was in was
Yeah,
beautiful.
amazing.
And then the red pepper
hummus.
Red pepper hummus and flatbread. Oh, it was so
Yeah, I
good.
could eat hummus and pita all day.
That was so
which is
good.
Great. But yeah, my favourite was the red pepper hummus and the prawns because I'm a
they
sucker
were
for
good as
prawns.
well.
But it was really lovely, and it was like mini
That fresh
taste.
fruit was nice as well.
Yeah, and I think it was just a mini taste of different things that both restaurants can offer. Although we did get a little flapjack that isn't offered on the menu.
Yes.
So that was nice.
What was it? It was.
I can't remember. It was some
Oh,
sort
no,
of granola
it was
with.
earlier in the video.
It was granola with like
Yeah.
cinnamon, I think it was. But that was really yummy. And then we
the other
had
thing was
some juice.
about-
I don't know what juice it was though.
Apparently they serve it in a few places around here. Like if you do the character breakfast, apparently that's the juice that they use. But it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. But it was also cold as well, so they transported it in a cool box and it stayed cold, which is great because nobody wants a soggy warm wrap.
And as you saw earlier in the video, Meg actually went through the food for us for the video. Because when she
really handy.
finished talking to the whole group and she went around table to table, we said, would you mind just doing a really quick minute of just going through everything for a video for us? And she said, yeah, no worries. They were more, anything you could have asked, and they would have done their best to accommodate.
100%.
They were just fantastic.
Yeah, they were. It was really great, and it is something that you probably wouldn't pay for every single time because, it is worth it, but it is costly. It is something that is an add-on as a treat, but it is 100% worth it for what you pay because the experience is limited to a maximum of 12 plus your two tour guides. They have a laugh with you. They are just proper friendly. You'll just have a chat about everything in the group as a whole.
We chatted to most people in the group.
Yeah.
There was open conversations most of the time we were doing it.
It was really lovely.
People sort of split up for lunch and stuff and sat with their own parties or sat in a little group or whatever. And but yeah, just
It was really
brilliant,
great.
just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And having a photographer, because they would take it in turns. So one of them would run the camera, doing candid shots, doing shots of the animals, and then doing shots of like us and the rest of the group that are like set up. And the other one would do the tour, and then they just like sort of every 20-30 minutes they'd swap around. But we can't see those pictures yet. So it takes
We've got up to 24 hours.
24 hours. So look for them in 24 hours, but
Don't chase them.
don't chase them until 48.
Yeah.
Is what they said. So by the time this video goes up, we'll have the pictures. So here's a few of them here. Ooh.
Woo!
And now back to us.
But yeah, we're pooped now. So we think that after Sean has finished his ice cream, we are going to catch a bus over to Disney Springs because you can park hop from 2 p.m. So we.
I think you can do Disney Springs anytime
Yes,
of the day.
you can. You can go to Disney Springs anytime, but you can park hop from 2 p.m. So there are buses that are readily available from all of the theme parks to hop to somewhere else. But Disney Springs is one of those that you can get to at any time on the buses, and they're complimentary.
And Skyliner from some parks and resorts, it connects through. I'm not entirely sure which one exactly.
No, we're not sure.
No.
So we're going to go to Disney Springs, and then we're thinking we might head over to the Character Warehouse.
Which is just across the road
It
in
is.
the
Vineland outlet, yeah. But we're not sure what we'll do for dinner because I'm so stuffed I can't even think about food.
I'm not hungry.
Unlike
I'm only
Sean.
eating this because I'm hot.
Unlike Sean, he has two different bellies. He has his I can eat all cookies and ice cream all day belly.
Oh no,
and
not
his-
cookies.
He's lying. He had two massive cookies.
I had to
in
put
last
part of that
week's
Wookiee
video.
cookie in the bin. It was huge. I couldn't bag it up because it had that like creamy ganache
He
stuff.
ate the whole thing.
I did
The
not.
whole.
You lying.
Okay, he left a crumb.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to stick around in Springs. We're just sort of using that to get over there a little bit quicker.
Yeah. We were going to stay in Animal Kingdom until 7.
Yeah.
But we don't actually think the Tree of Life lighting up.
No, not Harmonious. Beacons of Light.
That's
they
it. The
do in
Beacons
all
of
the
Light
parks of the 50th. It's not shown on the show times for today.
So we're not sure. So rather than stick around and then be like, oh, okay, it wasn't on, we've kind of killed time. We're just going to go now and go and do something different that we want to do. And we were saying it does seem like we're kind of doing a park and then something different every single day. We're not usually this busy. I think it is. I think it's because we haven't like darted here, there, and everywhere. That we've had our park days be a little bit easier. So we're like, oh, let's leave a little bit early and go and do something different because we have the luxury of being here for so long that we don't feel like we have to cram everything in.
Exactly. And then as for like today, where Animal Kingdom closes at 7, we said this is a good day to go out for a meal outside the parks afterwards, go to a restaurant.
But I don't know if I can stomach that yet.
We don't know, yeah, for starters that, and then secondly, where we're leaving now, so like, cause it's coming up to 5:30 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're leaving about just shy of 2 hours earlier than the park closes. So Character Warehouse, because we were just going to potentially go to Disney Springs. The options for this evening were basically go out for a meal and then go back to the apartment, or go Disney Springs, do a bit of shopping, have some food, go back to the apartment. Or now that because we were saying about Character Warehouse, we were like, oh, it closes at, what was it, 9 or 8?
Yeah, it's 9.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
9.
And we were
No, it is 8.
8. Yeah, we were like, oh, it closes at 8, we'll be rushing and this and that. But now we're leaving early, so we're just all like, well, we can just go do that, pick up the stuff that we want, and then go for some food from there. Or maybe go just grab a drink and a light bite.
Or
and then,
just jump in a bucket of ice water.
Yeah.
Like the lake in the middle of Animal Kingdom is looking so inviting. If only it wasn't dangerous and possibly had.
So where we've been
alligators.
bringing in flasks to keep our water cold, what we've just done. So we've been using the water fountains, but as the day goes on, where it's getting so hot,
keeps
the
getting
water
warmer.
gets warm.
Because
and
more people
yeah.
are also using it, so
Exactly.
it doesn't have enough time to cool itself back down before someone else
Exactly.
goes and turns it on.
And obviously you can get free tap water from the restaurants, but
Yeah.
the queues are always so busy. I didn't notice it so much in Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios is probably the same, but we didn't try it. But we walked past one of like the little stall bar things where there's never really a queue. There's only ever like 1 or 2 people max. Like, because there's so many of them and they have so many like the one that's just around the corner there. For reference, we are just down the road from Everest and at the ice cream sort of like truck. In between there's a little like boozy slushy sort of squirrel seagull. Yeah, in between there's like a little boozy sort of slushy and drink station. They can just fill up a cup of water that was like this big with ice and water, and it's freezing cold. And it's free, and it only took about 30 seconds for them to pour it for us because there was no queue. So
if you need
that's my option now.
If you need ice cold water, go to one of the stalls or the restaurants
And
and
then-
ask for ice.
It doesn't work.
Or ice water, because the ones from taps, it's cold, but it's not ice cold. So if you're needing ice cold, then ask for it.
It doesn't work with our flasks because they keep the cold in, which is nice, so it lasts longer. But with these that we got today, these aren't thermoses, so this is literally just a metal cup. But that means when they put ice water in here, you can do that for like 20
It was great,
minutes
wasn't it?
because
It was great.
it's freezing cold.
But yeah, that is one of the things that is 100% a must need is a flask for your water, because you are constantly drinking, but you need it to stay a little bit cold because you are drinking so much, you don't want to be drinking more water.
And that's the thing where I personally think the water's too expensive here for bottled water to get it cold, but they offer free water, so you can't really.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need to buy bottles of water. There isn't.
But the thing is if you bought bottled water or only bought in a plastic bottle, it will go warm quickly. So either you got to neck it on the spot, or in the first 5 minutes of having it, or bring in a little thermos, because then you don't need to drink all of it in one go. You can keep hydrated through the day, and then.
My arm's getting tired.
I thought you were going to drop it then.
No.
Yeah, you can stay hydrated for a lot longer because you can just drink it when you need it, and then it stays colder for longer, so it keeps you regulated.
Yeah, and I got ours from HomeSense. Then they were like £7 because they're the discounted ones that are in like the camping section.
What's the name of the brand that does the big versions of them? Is it Chill?
It is, so they're a bit like chili bottles.
Yeah,
cheaper
but they're
because it's not
half
that
the
brand.
size as well, so you don't have to carry around that big bottle full of water.
Yeah.
And like we said, where it keeps it cold, you don't feel the need to just. I don't know. I lost my train of thought then. I was watching someone do something. I got distracted. Anyways, that's
He's got, it's all good.
Oh, my attention span is awful. Squirrel. Squirrel ran past and I forgot what I was saying.
Like Doug, my very own Doug from Up.
But yeah, so I think we're going to go over to Springs or Character Warehouse now or something. But if we go to Character Warehouse, we'll show you what they've got in there. Because we saw someone that we follow, I can't remember their name. Someone posted it on a Facebook group. For a YouTube video of someone that was in there a couple of days ago, and they have the Star Wars Spirit jersey that I want that they don't do here anymore. It's the classic one that says Star Wars just on the front pocket.
And it is hit and miss as to what would be in there, but there is a good chance that there are things in there that are still in the park. So it's always worth going there just in case you can get discounted stuff.
Exactly. That's why we've been holding out on buying stuff as well. So we've been in for 3 days and we haven't bought anything yet.
Although I did my first bit of pin trading.
Yeah, you did. What'd you get? Show us.
So I swapped it was a Donald head that I'd got. It was in a pack of 4 from Disneyland Paris. So it was a 2020, and then it had a Mickey head, a Minnie head, and a Donald head. So I swapped Donald for
Nice.
And it just says always be prepared. I've never seen it before, so it was just nice to have something different. I just like that he had a map. And when I was younger, my family used to call me Goofy because I had big goofy teeth. How kind of them.
Rude. Okay. So I think that's it for Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
We will pick up with you guys in a little bit again, but we're just not entirely sure where we're going yet. So we're definitely going to Disney Springs next. but I think we're going to go Character Warehouse in the mall.
Yeah,
so,
possibly.
but
So you'll
we'll,
see.
Yeah, we'll see what time we get to Springs and whether it's worth going over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will catch you guys in a little bit.
Goodbye.
You have to stop it. I can't stop it. Anyway, where were we? Okay. Hello!
Hi.
Well, top of the morning to you. We're in, that was terrible. We are in Raglan Road and I am having a pint of Smithwick's.
I'm having Corona. To keep in line with taboo. Taboo subject. We don't talk about Bruno. The same as we don't talk about Bruno.
I see. I understand. So, Character Warehouse and Violin Mall did not happen. It was like crazy money to get over there for some reason on the taxis.
Yeah, and we did realise that you actually can't get transport to Disney Springs.
No. We thought you'd be able to get there.
From the last time we were here, we went from Typhoon Lagoon to Disney Springs, so that might be a possibility. But to get to Disney Springs from another park, you have to go via the hotels, and we don't actually think we can get on those buses because we're not staying at one of the hotels. So instead, we've just gone to Disney Springs.
Yeah. So basically, I wanted to do the hot cookie hour at Gideon's. The idea was do a bit of shopping, grab
Give me
a.
a double chin, that's better. Yeah.
There? Oh, hold on. I brought it today. That's my chin.
Oh, okay, that's better.
If I open it, it's just going to go low again. So,
Yeah.
there? Amazing. Look at that. I brought the tripod for the thing. I'm almost holding it on it. So.
I made sure.
Whoa.
I made sure to get a tripod because no one needs to see the millions of chins. You've seen pictures of me, I have lots of them.
I said to Jade, she just needs to grow out her beard so she can hide them.
Yeah.
So we wanted to come here and essentially just grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, maybe, because we're still not overly hungry.
Yeah.
We're thinking we might order in when we get back. But mainly it was just to look around the shops and to do the hot hour at Gideon's, which I naively thought would be super easy to get into. And if you look behind us, you can see a humongous, all that people down there. Gideon's is all the way over there. They're all queuing for Gideon's.
Essentially, Sean
Mental.
obviously hasn't watched enough vlogs
No,
to
see, that's the thing.
understand how
No.
popular Gideon's is.
See, I've seen the videos where in like start of the morning you can go down there and they'll take like your number and stuff and you can come back or whatever for like their virtual queue system. But it's hot cookie hour. It's 7 to 8. So what happens is it's just like, oh, sorry, you missed it by like 1 minute, or you were here 1 minute too early. I don't understand because I really wanted the hot cookie, but that's just not happening. So I'm not that fussed about it. They look incredible, and I will try and get one when we come here, like in the morning on a day. But I'm not queuing in that for a cookie. It's just insane. I'd rather come have a pint of Smithwick's. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're sat in Raglan Road, which is literally across from Gideon's, because Sean has an obsession with this Irish beer that you can't really get.
Ale.
Oh, I don't know the difference.
Deary me.
Deary. Who knows? So it's called Smithwick's, and you can only get it here and Epcot and Ireland. You can't get it in England.
So essentially, my old man and his side of the family are all Irish.
My old man.
My old man, yeah.
He means his dad.
My father is Irish, and we would used to go over to Ireland, and this was the choice drink. But instead of water, yeah, you drink that like it's water. But you can't get it anywhere in the UK. They used to sell it like in cans and stuff, but it just doesn't happen. Nowhere has it on tap, and everywhere we've been in Europe and everything, nowhere has it.
Yeah, the only other place we've had it is New York.
And Vegas. The 3 places we've been in the States, all 3 have had them. The second you walk into an Irish bar over here, because it's owned by Guinness, so apparently it's popular over here, which just means that every time we come here, I get to have a little taste of home. I love
He's
it.
never lived there. I don't know
No.
why he says a little taste of home.
Because
His home
I
is
can get an
Swindon.
Irish passport. Jay can't get an Irish passport. I can skip queues in the EU now. But no. Well, no, because I
That's
still have
too
to,
much
I still have to
hard
wait for you. Well, no, it's pointless. I was talking to my dad about it, and if I got one, the only 99% of the time I go to Europe, it's with Jade. So if Jade doesn't have one and I do, all I'm going to do is get out of the queue and go sit on the other side for an hour.
Yeah.
But the only downside is we are in Disney.
Yeah.
So that means it costs me $10 a pint, rather than back in Ireland it being less than like €4. So, but worth it in my opinion. This table is rocking all over the shop. Look, whoa.
It was really nicely enough in here actually. They had a live band on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've gone off and they're going to come back later or if it's going to be a different band.
All the instruments are still there.
But it wasn't just here. Like as we were dropped off on the side where Cirque du Soleil is. As you walk through, it's quite busy because there's quite a few different live bands playing at the moment, which is really nice.
It's heaving.
It just
I
gives
really
it-
didn't think it was going to be this busy.
It just gives it some atmosphere. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Because
nice.
It just means that actually, as grown-ups, it's like a grown-up kind of
Atmosphere,
environment.
yeah. It's like
at the
a
moment,
night.
which is nice.
Yeah,
And
it's got a nightlife feel. to it.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that it's not suitable for families. It just means that actually there is the possibility to go like nightclubbing or have a drink somewhere, have a few drinks if you're apparently rich.
So inclined, yeah. If you've got the money.
So yeah, this is a different way of catering to families because it
Gives you a break from the kids.
Yeah, well, it's catered towards adults, but it's also still family friendly.
Yeah. So I think we're going to finish up these drinks.
We're gonna go have a quick look in Walt Disney.
Yeah,
and then we're
there's
just gonna go home.
there's a couple of shops we want to do. We're undecided whether we're going to get food here or just get takeout. Because tonight we were going to go out for food, but we think we're going to do that tomorrow instead. Because tomorrow's plan is.
So we are now going to go to Vineland Outlets tomorrow.
Yep.
So we're going to do Tiger Warehouse and all the other shops there. And then, depending on how we're feeling, we're either going to stay around our pool because we haven't actually looked around the whole resort in Sterling yet. So we can go and do that, or we will just Tiger Lagoon.
Yep.
We are thinking it'll probably be around our resort, so we could give you a little tour of where we're staying
Yeah, that's a
in
good
terms
idea.
of like the surroundings. And then Friday we are going to go to Epcot.
Yep.
And then Saturday, we are then thinking that could be Typhoon Lagoon and Disney Springs Day. So like we could actually go round all of the shops here and
Yeah, in the morning, do it like reversed. So Springs first and then
No,
over to
we said
Typhoon.
Typhoon Lagoon first because
Oh,
otherwise
okay.
we've got to bring all our shopping to Typhoon Lagoon. And that's annoying.
That's a good share.
We wouldn't be
Or
here
if
as late,
not,
though. We would just
we've
be in
got
Typhoon. We would just-
Sunday morning we could come here.
He has a business plan. So the plan was that we were going to do Typhoon Lagoon in the morning and then come to Disney Springs
Yeah.
on Saturday, and then Sunday we said we would go around the hotels.
That was it. Hotels. I
His
forgot
ears
about
stopped
that.
working sometimes.
Oh yeah, all the time.
And it was evident when we went to Wild Africa Trek because he still didn't listen to the
Whoops. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna hit up a couple of shops after this. Definitely want to do.
You just being nosy on my
Always
phone.
being nosy. It's flashing up. It's distracting. Yeah, we definitely want to do Walt Disney. I can actually. We've done the Marvel shop that was here. We went in the Star Wars shop that was here.
Yeah, I wasn't really that impressed.
Nothing really crazy. The Marvel merch is better at Paris.
Yeah.
And the Star Wars merch is mostly what's in the parks. There's a few different bits. There was a cool Spirit jersey that had like the old school like pop, not pop Funko, but like pop culture-y 80s style action figures and logo stuff. So that was cool, but it's not top of my list. There's 3 Star Wars jerseys I'm on the lookout for. One I know is in Character Warehouse, one is in the parks, and the other one I haven't seen anywhere. So I'm definitely getting one of them. It just depends on. I've still got like an order in which I want them, but I need to get it before next Thursday, because next Thursday is Savvy's workshop, and we're gonna go do photos and ride all the rides and stuff with the lightsaber. So I want the Star Wars jersey for then, or otherwise I have to do it again. Which isn't the end of the world, but it wastes everyone else's time if they've got to mess about taking pictures of me for Star Wars reasons. So I'm just being conscious of other people. Yeah, other than Walt Disney, I don't know what else is actually here.
There's loads here, but I'm not going to want to look at it tonight. I'd rather, the same reason we did end up going to the outlets, you don't want to really rush.
No, that was it.
It's just, it's not enjoyable then. So we'll come back here in the daytime when we can kind of chill a bit. We can sit down, have a drink somewhere, and then go like do some shops. We don't necessarily have to go to every single shop, but just have a little mooch around without this busyness. Because we found that it's usually quieter in the daytime because everybody's either at work if they are local or they are at the parks.
I don't think mine does that. You got the little button to speed. So basically, there's one Spirit jersey that I'm after in particular. So it's the 50th anniversary iridescent. It's sort of like a purpley blue. There's a new one where it's got all the characters on the back and it says stuff down the arms. That one's okay. Jade really likes it, but that's not the one I want. I want the one that came out before it. And there was one in Magic Kingdom the other day. But I didn't pick it up because it had a stain on it. So I'm hoping that they have it in here, and if they do, I'm gonna buy one immediately. No hesitation. I still really like this top. I just think that's really cool. Pizza smell. Yeah, these were my two options originally. I think I like these ones. I think I like them ones more than I like them ones. But the ice cream Mickey ones are just absolutely doing it for me. So unless I buy both, which is an option, but who knows? I might buy that Starbucks mug while we're in here. There's a 50th anniversary Starbucks mug that I really, well, not mug. It's like one of the cups of a straw that I really like.
It's called a tumbler.
It's called a what?
A tumbler, and it's over there.
A tumbler? Cool. It's $50. I might pick that up while we're here. I really like it. I want to use it before we go. I can use it in the apartment for the next couple weeks. These are cool. Oh, that's cool. Look at that one. The Toy Story one, Reach for the Sky. Ooh, what's that one you're looking at?
It's just a Peter Pan one. Jessie wants something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what. We're just trying to work.
What, are you getting her as a gift, or?
No, she wants one that kind of is Disney, but isn't too like themed to a specific park.
I understand.
But that one's themed too.
Yeah. Do you reckon they keep all this? Oh, hello. That's a good. That's the sign we want to see. All the 50th anniversary stuff. Taylor's oldest time.
Go to jerseys.
Yeah. Are they all in one place? Oh, isn't that handy?
Well, no, the 50th anniversary stuff is all in one place.
Right. Okay. Let's go have a look and see if they've got what I want. They have the same style Spirit jersey for the 30th anniversary. Oh, speak of the devil, here it is. Yeah, so they have this. Sorry. Yeah, so they have this. which is obviously for Disney World. And that is the same style that they have for Disneyland Paris at the moment. So I'm tempted to pick one of these up while we're here, and then pick up one from, and then pick one up from Disneyland Paris while we're there. Yeah, these. The big question is getting it home. But yeah, I really want this. So that's it all the way around. Oh, I can't lift it up because there's a string on the top. But yeah, the top of this comes off the dome. And yeah, you can put your cookies. I mean, you don't have to put your cookies in there. You can put whatever you want in there. Use it as a cereal bowl, if you were so inclined. Could just pick it up on... Oh, she's there! We found her! Hello, Jade.
Just saw more clothes and jumpers and things over there, so I thought I'll run
Oh,
over
okay.
and have a look, but-
I was just saying, that Black Spirit jersey there, the one that we're both going to get, you have that for Disney Paris, don't you?
I do, yeah. Me and Jess went hard on one like that says Disneyland Paris on the back, and then a grey one. I think it's got the 4 areas of the main park on it. I can't remember.
Oh, what, the
But
jumper
it's just,
shorts?
but it's just a jumper.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Woo! We're going out.
Yeah, I think Character Warehouse might be a really good place for pins. Get cheaper pins and then use for trade-in. What we shall see when we get there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do know that YouTube video we watched from, I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Come over a second.
But he found Nemos, didn't he, for like $2.
Yeah, that
Not
was
all of
it.
them. They
No.
weren't like sought after ones. They
I
were
think
ones
everything's
like
the clothes.
It was Judy Hart and
Yeah.
what's the fox called from whoever it is, it was them two. Plus, it was a character, I can't think who it is. And then there was a few outfits.
Right, okay.
So it's not all the Nemos.
Yeah.
Nemos?
I don't know. I didn't even know they were a thing until we got here. Blew my mind.
There's jerseys and pins. I know I'm looking for types of like merchandise items. I'm not going to buy it here first before I go to Character Warehouse because I think some of it might well be in the warehouse.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's done for our little shopping escapade for the day.
It was a really quick like fly in, fly out.
Yeah,
It
we
was
just
actually really busy
there was
there.
just a couple of things that we wanted to look for that we were like, right, if we see it, we'll buy it today, and if it's in Character Warehouse tomorrow, we'll bring it back, sort of thing. But it's just heaving, and we're tired, and we want some food, and we want to go to bed.
It'd be better to
So
come in the daytime when it's
yeah,
really bright and it's
definitely.
really busy. I think a lot of people maybe come from the parks and come here for food.
Yeah.
Plus, you've then got the local
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, right, we're going to call it quits there. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe for next week's video. I know, but I don't know if I'm going to cut it around and whatever. It makes more sense. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go.
But,
Bang.
bang. Yeah, anyways, so yeah. Like, comment, subscribe for next week's video. Follow our Instagram, follow our TikTok. Shout us out, do whatever you want. And then we'll see you next week in Character Warehouse. Maybe a double video, we don't know.
Why were you so rush?
Speedy. Yeah, we're not entirely sure what next week's video is going to be. It'll either be Epcot or
maybe
Character
you could just leave it as a
Warehouse.
surprise.
Yeah, or a mix.
He's
Don't
really
know.
bad at surprising you.
I like
Just
to
like
plan.
but then
It's,
he's
you
like, open the
know.
plans. Just say.
We'll see you
Find
next
out.
week.
Yeah.
See you next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Bye.